stand up, come together now. This is a woman's world. All the women in the world stand up, come together now. This is a woman's world. Everybody in the class stand up, come together now. This is a woman's world.
I am excited to be here today. First of all, I'm Dr. Gloria Nixon Pone. I am the founder of Women's Television. At Women's Television, we say it's the place where we celebrate women, a few good women doing great things in family, in society, in the world. We thank you for joining us today. Today I have a very, very special guest. She is young, she is beautiful, and she is talented. None other than Miss Colby Christina. And she's a student, and she sings, and she dances, and Colby, would you greet our audience, please?
Well, my name is Colby Christina. I'm a professional dancer, singer, and actress, and I'm an Audelco Award winner.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes, a lot to say.
So now someone told me you're 13, but you sound like you may be a lot more advanced than a 13-year-old. You get that a lot?
Yeah, a lot.
Wow. So how did it happen?
Well, I did an off-Broadway play in the Billie Holiday Theater called The Liberation of Mother Goose, directed by Abdel Salam.
Wow.
And basically, I was in rehearsal, and they were like, "Oh, would you like to play the lead role, Alice?" And I was like, "Definitely." So the lady, she was in the audience. Her name was Grace Jones, and she was the founder of the Audelco committee. And she was like, "I have something called the Audelcos, and I would love for you to be the rising star."
Now, is this
That's
your
the
award? I am so pleased that you brought your award with you so we can show it off to our women in women's TV land. And I am so pleased. You have such a beautiful smile and a beautiful way about you. I heard so much about you before I met you. Now I can tell you that I am not disappointed at all. You won this award and you're only 13?
Yeah, it's like a lot of people only got the award until they were like 20, and it's an honor being like the youngest, almost the youngest to ever receive an Audelco award. So it's an honor.
Wow. So of the three things that you do, which do you like best?
I get this question a lot, but I can't say that I favor one over the other because they all have like an equal passion to me in my heart.
Wow. So if you couldn't choose just one, you'd have to...
The one that I spend the most time doing is acting. I can say that. Yeah, acting.
Yeah. I can see you'd be a great actress.
Thank you.
And what kind of singing do you do?
I do whatever somebody like asks me to do. I do gospel, like I do Whitney Houston. I do R&B. I do jazz. I can do basically almost anything.
Now, can you sing sitting without music?
Yeah, I can.
Well, let me hear something. One of your favorites.
Okay, this is My Funny Valentine.
Okay.
My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine.
Wow. You have a great singing voice.
Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. I have a singing experience when I was about your age. I sang in the gospel choir. Now, my sister could sing, and I wanted to have a lead role so badly. So I said, if I sang louder, I'm sure the director would recognize my talent. And so there I was in the second row, because I was a big kid. I was standing with the guys, and I was singing louder and louder and louder and louder. And then all of a sudden, Rochester Rogers, my choir director, tapped, and he said, "Gloria, come here." And I went to him. I went like, "Yes,
I got it.
I got this role. Now I'm gonna be a leader in the choir like my sister." And he said these words to me. He says, "Gloria, your singing is throwing everybody in the choir off." Well, needless to say, I was about 13 then, and I stopped singing. I was crushed. So to have you in front of me and to hear you and to see your courage. I may go out and take some singing lessons tomorrow. Who knows what I may do. But to have the courage. I heard someone say that fear is necessary in order for courage to exist. Courage is overcoming the fear. And so when I hear you sing, I feel so amazed. I feel like, well, so what would you say to someone who wants to sing, who's never sang before? Would you encourage them to do it, or?
Yeah, if you have a dream, achieve it by any means necessary.
Oh, say that again.
If you have a dream, achieve it by any means necessary.
Wow. Okay. I love that. I love that. Now let's talk about dancing. What kind of dancing do you do?
Ooh, it's a long list. Ballet, modern, African, jazz, Horton.
What is Horton?
Horton is under like Glam, like Martha Graham technique. It's under like that kind of, mixture. It's a mixture of everything, really.
And now, how do you balance all of this with your schoolwork and your family life?
I get this a lot.
And how do you do it? How do you manage?
Time management.
Time management.
Yes,
okay.
Time management. Drink plenty of water. Keep hydrated. Get plenty of sleep. Sleep is so important. And just like be energized. Like especially when you're down, just be like, okay, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. So that's what just keeps me going. And family, just they just like uplift you all the time. So.
Now you said something, when you are down. So now, what is that? You seem like you're always happy, when you're always full of energy, and everything I ask you, you're like, yes, yes, yes. So when are you down?
When I'm tired.
Oh, when you're tired. Okay,
like,
all right.
Especially in the morning time. Like, I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to school. So I'm like, I don't want to go to school. That's when I'm down the most. I'm like, got to go to school, but I got to get the education because you always need something to fall back on.
Now, tell me this, Colby Christina. Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? 20 years from now?
I see myself in movies, TV, Broadway. I just want to be a household name.
Wow.
Because I just want to see when, like, they see people on TV, they be like, oh, that's Colby Christina. I know her. I know her. I just want to be a household name.
So you want the fame and the glam. Oh, okay. All right. Now, who is your favorite? Who is your inspiration? Tell me about that. Who has the fame and the glam that you think would fit you very well?
A lot of actors and actresses I look up to are Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Kerry Washington.
Okay.
Idris Elba. A lot of people. Viola Davis. I love Viola Davis so much.
Isn't she awesome?
She's amazing.
I saw her, I think, in Fences. I love her. She is so awesome. She is like, and she is just so matter of fact. You see her one day and she has her hair down or back or off, hair off. Please, don't let me go up in the stage up in there with my hair off. They probably stopped doing TV altogether.
She looks beautiful
is awesome.
Anyway.
She is absolutely so. A new age Viola Davis. Okay, I can see that. I'm framing it. I'm framing it. I can see you there. And now I'm going to say, when I see you, I'm going to say, I knew her. And I'm going to take out my TV clips and see, I really did.
What's funny, when I keynoted the event, they were like, get your programs ready because Colby's going to be giving out autographs. A lot of my teachers, especially my dance school, they're like, I want your autograph so I know that I knew this girl.
Wow.
So I give out autographs and everything.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So how does that feel to you when you're giving out an autograph?
I feel so accomplished, like all my hard work is paying off, and this is only the beginning. Really, it's just only the beginning. There's so much more to come, and I'm just happy for it to start.
Well, we're happy that you're here at Women's TV. We know you're not quite, you're not 21. You're not a full-fledged woman, but you are a woman in the making, we all are, regardless of our age. We're still working on stuff. Now, tell me about school. You mentioned your school in Syosset, New York. And tell me a little bit more about that, can you?
Well, I attend Our Lady of Mercy Academy in Syosset. It's a Catholic pre-collegiate school. It's pretty easy to handle the work because that high school, they mostly give you long-term assignments. So it gives you more time, and since with my schedule, I managed to like get it out of the way first, so that way I have the rest of the time to, you know, handle my schedule, acting, dancing, singing, everything for the most part.
So I think you hit the nail on the head when you said time management. And I think if young people could learn, if anybody could learn how to manage their time better, they could be able to squeeze more out of it.
Yep.
So how did you learn time management?
Well, I actually had a course in the summertime where I took time management, and the lady, she said, write out all the things you do throughout the week. And then she said, let's go over and how you can like fix it and make it easier for everything to run smoothly. So I just learned different tips, and especially seeing other actors, how they like, I know like their schedule is even more busy than me, but I just see how they like manage everything and continue and work hard.
So what I hear you saying is that if you don't have to know how to do everything, but you have to be willing to learn. So you were willing to take a course in the summer to learn how to do time management better. So that's good. What other kind of courses have you taken to help you to round out your personhood and balance your career?
Well, that's like the main one that really helped me with the management of my time. Like I said, just watching others, you just learn as you watch. It's easier to learn as like when you're watching than actually doing it yourself. I learned that, like, especially in dancing, if you watch something, it's easier for you to pick up the choreography. So that's how basically I learned how to manage my time.
Well, if this table was a little bit lower, I'd clean everything off and let you do a little bit dancing. But it is what it is. But now, who is your favorite dancer?
My favorite dancer is actually my teachers, Miss Karen Thornton, Jamal Barnes, James
And they're
Atkinson.
at your school?
Yes, they're my teachers.
I see.
And I just met Misty Copeland yesterday.
Wow.
So it was just
Awesome.
amazing to see her and all the advice she gives and things like that, of how like you overcome certain obstacles and barriers and you don't let it get in your way and just keep going.
Now, as a teenager, I have to ask you this. But what about the boys? I know they are like very, very interested. Tell the truth, Mom's not listening.
My grandpa asks me all this all the time. I don't. Well, my school is an all-girls school, so it's easier to manage than not. Because I know some
You
girls,
won't be
they're like
distracted,
boys.
huh?
I'm not distracted. I'm like, it's basically just me, my schoolwork, and the arts. That's my main focus at the moment.
But if Mr. Tall, Dark, Handsome walked by, like I say, Mom and Grandpa are not listening, you could tell me. You'd have to think about it a little bit, huh? Or
Yeah,
absolutely
I try
not.
to block it out a lot, although they're like right in your face, but I just try to block it out a lot. But I just try to like keep focus.
Well, that's a great word, focus. Yeah, and if you believe, they say you can achieve, and you've achieved so much at this early age. I'm looking forward to greatness, to even greater things in your career. I'm looking forward to your doing more, for your being on stage, for you being the next most winner of the awards. Did you watch the awards?
Oh, yes, I did. I actually did.
What did you think about them?
It was good. A lot of the performers, especially like the Oscars, a lot of the performers were just amazing. What really touched me was when Common and John Legend won for Selma.
Oh, yes.
It was a touching
Can you
moment.
sing that?
I don't know the words, but I just love hearing that song. Yeah.
Yes. It's a very inspirational song. Now, the other day, I wrote you a little note, and I said, I reminded you of the address and everything, and I asked you about being at the African American Museum. And you said these words to me. You said, "It was spectacular." spectacular.
It
Now,
was.
where do you learn all of your adjectives from? Where do you have an adjective museum or an adjective? It was not just okay, not just awesome, but it was spectacular, and it was an awesome turnout. I'm going like, I have to find out where she gets her adjectives from so I can copy them for myself.
It was amazing experience. Like, I gave the speech and everyone was just like looking at me. They were like, oh, and I use this same term over and over again to engage my audience. Each one, teach one, and we must lift as we climb. It was used, this event was basically surrounded about like young adults and children. So I had all the children and young adults stand up and pledge to actually live by the motto, each one, teach one, and we must lift as we climb, and to serve their community and be a resource to their family and all that kind of
Wow, that sounds great. Now, Craig Valentine will call that your foundational phrase. It's like everything that you did touched your theme, your phrase. So how did you learn how to be such an awesome speaker?
I don't know. Well, really, school, of course, school comprehension. My parents speak very well. Everybody that's around me, like, especially when I was younger, and you know, when you're younger, you like do like little baby talk and stuff like that. But they actually talked to me like I was like 10, even though I was like 2. But so yeah, like your surroundings and your atmosphere that you're in, I just like learned how to.
Now, do you have lots of brothers and sisters, or is it just you?
I have 5 brothers, really.
My goodness, 5! That's a lot. I had 5 too. And
Being the only girl is so hard.
I was the only girl for a number of years. What happened was my mother wanted to have 2 children. So she had a boy. And then she said, well, the next one is going to be a girl. And so she had the second one, and it was a boy. Then she had the third one. It was a boy. And then she finally had me after the 5th one, and then she was going to name me Glorious. She was so infatuated with this little bundle of 8 pounds. That's pretty big, you know.
I was 8 pounds and 3 ounces.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh, I was 8 pounds and 3 ounces. Hey, come on, sister. Let's pinky that. Wow, that's awesome. And so she says, I'm going to name her, she said to her oldest sister, Lula, I'm going to name this baby Glorious, because this is indeed, now she'd been wanting, and now she was fulfilled. She had a girl. She said, I'm going to name her Glorious. And my aunt said to her, just name the word girl, just name the baby Gloria and be done with it. So my name was changed from Glorious, which my mother had in her mind all of those years, to Gloria. So I like Gloria, but sometimes I use Glorious. I had a brokerage firm. I owned a brokerage firm, and I called it Glorious. Glorious New Homes
You
Realty.
still incorporate that, even though it's not your
And
name.
now some people call me Glorious Gloria. Excuse me?
That's pretty. That's pretty. Well, my mom, she's having she doesn't have a hard time, but sometimes she does have a hard time because she's not used to hair and makeup. She just thinks you could just take her to the barbershop, get a haircut. You can't do that. I'm a girl. So I do, well, me and my mom, we have a wonderful relationship. We do girly stuff. We love fashion. I love fashion. Cooking, I'm also I'm like a chef at my house. I cook everything.
Wow.
Especially for like Thanksgiving, Christmas, I'll bring like cupcakes over or things like that.
Wow.
Besides the dancing, singing, acting, I do have other things.
So you're a chef.
I'm a
So
chef.
we'll have to get you on Rachel Ray. We'll have to get you on Rachel Ray so you can show your stuff. And maybe more young people will want to become chefs. You know, my sister could sing. You know, I'm talking a lot about my sister. She could sing. She could cook. Well, I don't have to tell you about the singing. I don't have to tell you about the cooking. But very often now I cook. And my husband was interviewed. He's written a book called We've Come This Far by Faith. It's the story of a little boy born with cerebral palsy who became a medical doctor. And he was interviewed. And they asked him, what is your favorite meal? And he says, my favorite meal is when my wife cooks, and he named the dish and what was in it. And I was like, oh, but I was so fulfilled by him saying that. So for you to cook at age 13, that must be such an awesome endeavor. And I'm sure that the family really appreciates you and all that you do.
I really learned cooking from my grandmother. She just like cooks Thanksgiving, like any Sunday, like we come over for like we come over for like a regular birthday celebration. It's basically Thanksgiving on the table.
Wow.
It's like never like regular. You know, you have your salad, you have your like.
Now tell us your grandmother's name. I want to know.
Her name is Veronica.
Veronica
Mrs. Cromwell.
Veronica Cromwell.
Yeah.
That's a nice name. It's a very stately name. And so she taught you how to cook.
She taught me how to cook at a young age. She always had me. Well, I wasn't allowed to use a stove when I was younger, so of course. So she made me make eggs in the microwave, and ever since then, I love experimenting with things. I just love like throwing things in, see how they come out, and ever since I do that, it tastes good.
Yeah.
So I just keep cooking.
Taking a chance. Well, I find that that's not rare with people of your age. You want to experiment. You want to try different things.
I love experimenting. Like
whether it's on the computer or on the stove or on you. So that's an awesome quality to have. What is your favorite dish that you like to make for your family?
My favorite dish has to be seafood lasagna.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to knock on your door the next time. I think you're making it.
Seafood lasagna is really good.
Seafood lasagna. So what do you put in it?
I put in shrimp. What else? Tilapia. Just different kinds of fish, and then I have like a white sauce, and I put it in there, and I put like on top. I like saute some spinach and like some.
You're making me hungry. So now tell me this: what would you tell a young woman like yourself who's interested in broadening her horizon, who wants to do more, and maybe a little bit withdrawn, or maybe a little bit afraid to get out on the stage of life? What would you say to her? Speak directly to her right there in the camera. Tell her.
Well, you can do anything you want to. Like, as long as you put your mind to it, don't let anyone tell you different. There's going to be obstacles. You always have to jump over them. Just don't be afraid to, like, achieve your goal. Like I said, achieve your goal by any means necessary. Like, don't let anyone tell you different.
Wow. Now, that's good advice. That's good advice.
I had this problem at my school. We have a technology wing, and a lot of girls want to fulfill STEM technology as their career, and I'm a STEM advocate.
Wow.
So I support that. And a lot of girls are like, I can't like do this career because it's male dominated.
Wow.
And I'm like, you could do whatever you want to do. Like just because you go to like an outside course and the whole room is filled with males and you're like the only girl, it doesn't matter. We need more women out there, especially African American women, to actually fulfill like any career that you want to do.
So you would tell them to go for it.
Go for it. Don't be afraid. Don't hold back. Just put yourself out there.
I can see that you would make a great mentor. Maybe I'll ask you to mentor me. How's that? I love being in the presence of young women who speak positively about life. And I just love it. I absolutely love it. I was born and raised in Arkansas, and I've had so many opportunities. But coming from Arkansas, I had a lot to learn. And in developing, I see that some of the women who started where I started as young children didn't make it. And I think my mother, who spoke those words to me at a very early age, and I think that helped me so much, because when I was about 10 years old, I had somewhat of a traumatic experience. And the thing that happened was my mother, and I started having these dreams that I was falling, but just before I'd hit the ground, I developed rubber feet and I'd start flying. So I do a talk now, a keynote called I Believe I Can Fly, and I actually have wings, and I'm flying, and before I know it, I have everybody in the audience flying. So being able to rise above the circumstance, the situation, the naysayers, being able to rise above that is what will allow you to not only make the difference, but be the difference. Yeah. So, and that's what I hear when I hear you speaking. You remind me of a little girl who was able to take the situation and rise above it. My husband has in one of his 10 keys to success, he says that not to let anybody define you, that you are to overcome. This is written in his book, We've Come This Far by Faith. And we've come, he is the sponsor. He is my sponsor. I say the tall, dark, handsome sponsor that we have. And there's so much focus now on the women, the we. So we've changed our website to www.womenstv.me. See, because I believe if you can make a better me, then you can make a better we. And we're at drglorianixonpone.com. And we look forward to more wonderful, encouraging stories. And we're going to post your information on our website.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So here at Women's Television, we say that it's the place where a few good women are doing great things in society and family and in the world. We celebrate women of all ages and all stages. We love them and we support them. And you are here to support other women. And I'm sure that that makes you feel very awesome. It makes you feel special to know that you're doing a work that you are called to do, and it is in line with what you want to accomplish and who you are. It fits with your passion.
Yep.
And when you're on passion and you're on target and you're on call, there is no greater gift that you can ever, ever, ever have.